Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile. This is the STAX S-009s, and these are my honest audiophile impressions. I want to thank the friend and supporter of the channel who has provided these for review. To greatly appreciate. You know who you are, and you rock. Alright, so STAX, I have very limited experience with them. I've only heard them twice for very small increments, about 5 minutes each listening session at different audio shows. And so I didn't really know what to expect, but when he asked if I wanted to review them, I said yes. And so he sent the 009s along with the SRM-007t Mark II Energizer. And when they came, I noticed one thing. First and foremost, the Energizer is extremely huge and extremely heavy. This thing is massive. On the back side, you do have balanced inputs, RCAs, and some sort of output, which I did not use. Got tubes on it. This thing is huge and took up a ton of desk space and was just craziness. But I wouldn't have been able to listen to the 09s without it. And so I went ahead and hooked up my Mytek Liberty DAC, the Matrix X Saber 3, the Gishelli Labs J2, and IFI Audio X DSD Griffin to it. And I started to listen. And I kept listening and listening and listening. And these are my impressions. Now, I have nothing else to compare it to, so there's not going to be any comparisons in this video. This is just going to be kind of random rambles about my experience, because honestly, I have no idea how to review this. This is the first time for me, and quite honestly, it was an amazing time. Alright, build of the 09s. These things are light, massively huge. You can expand these till they expand beyond expanding. I mean, they're huge. They're extremely light, very comfortable. Got angled pads, a little bit of swivel. This part's made of plastic, but it feels durable. Metal yokes, metal cups, attached cable, and of course it's very thin, and then you go into that 5-pin connection. It says SR-009 on the top here, and overall they just disappear on my head. I can wear them for 6 to 8 hours at a time. Did that several times. Just got lost in the music, and the comfort's no problem, and the music that comes out is just sonic bliss. It's like you're in heaven listening to music. It just sounds proper and accurate and heavenly. If I were to use my imagination, this is what it would sound like. I am just amazed at the quality of detail and the quality of tone and timbre of the 09s. These things are crazy revealing. You have all the different DACs that I used, and I heard differences in each one of them. Some of them were a little bit warmer, some of them were a little more cold, some of them were more detailed and airy and spaced, and some were more euphonic and just blissful. One of them sounds natural and correct, and the others sounded a little bit more of elevated or recessed or too smooth or too warm. The Mytek Liberty DAC is my DAC of choice. It is my benchmark DAC. In my opinion, it sounded the best with the 09s and the Energizer And I found that there's just good air, crispness, energy, and sparkle, but yet also good dynamics, good slam and punch, very good bass reaches, extremely nicely extended in the treble, and the mids are just lush and just realistic. Everything sounds lifelike with the 09. But the one thing that really, really impresses is how it does staging with depth and layering and insanely good imaging. There is just a way that it portrays a stage in which it puts you into place and gives you the depth and the layering as well. It's everything's just around you. You can pinpoint with accuracy. You can hone in and go, okay, I want to only listen to the cellos. I only want to listen to the violins. I only want to listen to the brass section or the woodwinds. And it just portrays it beautifully and correct. You can place things and just, it just sounds accurate. And when you have all of it flowing together, there's no distortion, no mumble jumble, no confusion. It's just very distinct and very accurate, very true and lifelike. The tone and timbre of the STAX is crazy good. I had no problems determining what an instrument is. No problems honing in and being able to pick out each one every time in the mix. Bass impact is spot on. It's like where it should be. It's just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. It's right where it should be. And the detail and the resolution is craziness within the bass. Also in the mids, you have just naturalism and realism and vocalists and instruments. And then in the treble, you have the crispness and energy. And you get that little edge and little sharpness. But yet it's not piercing. It's not overdone. It's not hurting your ears, but at the same time it's tickling them and telling you this is the way it should be. I'm a treble head. I love treble and I love quality treble, and that's what these have. These have just the right amount, just the right proper approach to things. And I'm just so amazed at what these can do. They take you from the music out and about in the real world. And when you come and you listen to it played back, you are put back in the same moment that you came from. They're about the closest thing that I have heard that puts me back in the spot. The only other real things that have done that are speaker setups. And this is about the closest thing I've gotten to that. That's craziness. I wish I didn't have to return these. They're that good. I truly am impressed by the STAX SR-009s and the SRM-007t Mark II Energizer. It's a fantastic setup. I now know what people are talking about when it comes to STAX. This is craziness. I've rambled enough, but I hope you all understand that now I know when somebody says, you gotta try STAX. I understand. I really do. Thank you for the opportunity. Do greatly appreciate it. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen is subscription links, notification bells. If you haven't already, check off that subscription link, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when the next video is up from the Honest Audiophile. Also, don't forget to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to this video, and check out the links down below for information regarding the channel, how you can support it, how you can follow it, and all kinds of other information about gear links and gear rankings and music recommendations and all kinds of good stuff. Check out the links down below. This has been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Don't forget to enjoy the music and honesty, is the best policy.